Hello, welcome everyone. I'm here to teach you how to find your dream house, the property you've always wanted, and everything in between. My experience, and I'm not some guy from Instagram or some YouTube video with a large audience that's going to tell you a bunch of bullshit you don't understand. If there's anything you don't understand that I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. I'll answer it down below and everything. But I'm here to show you how to find the best property that you want in 2024. So, well, first things first. I want you. You probably, when I was starting this, I didn't know exactly. I knew somewhat of what I wanted. Like, I wanted a basement. I wanted a backyard. I wanted somewhere to park. I wanted 4 bedrooms. I wanted, 2 bathrooms. Square footage, I wanted at least 1,600. Something like that. But make sure list down what you want in a property. List down what do you want to be your dream property. Don't ever like sell yourself short. I know in this economical times it's pretty shitty right now, but we gotta do what we gotta do to get a house, right? And I'm here to tell you the best property so you have the best outcomes. And I'm gonna tell you my experience and everything. So I'm buying a house uh, for $269,000 in Pennsylvania, and I'm going through the mortgage stuff. I'm going through everything. What I'm going to be paying every month. I've been to a bunch of home inspections. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm not looking for. I've been to some shitty places. I've been to some awesome places I couldn't afford. That's just my experience, and this whole thing is fresh in my brain. This whole thing has been a crazy experience for me that I never thought I would have. And I'm here to teach you guys a little bit from firsthand experience just right now. So let's go to Zillow. Um, Now, I don't know where any of you are watching this. I live in Pittsburgh, but let's just say, you live in California, you live in fucking Idaho, who knows, Kentucky, who knows. The ranges of prices depending on your area over obviously in California it's going to be like $500,000 houses, $400,000 houses, 600,000, no, close to $1 million houses. Over here in Pennsylvania and Ohio, a good house reach you around 200,000 up, something like that. It depends where you are, but the same basic stuff no matter what happens for everyone. But be wary that some of this stuff may not be applicable to you, as in like extra fees, your state taxes, all that. We'll get into everything. But let's get going on it. So, first things first, I live in Pittsburgh. And I've been trying to find a house all for so long, for months straight. But what I wanted, so let's go through the options here. All right. Now, for sure, I wanted a family. I'm going to have a family one day. I want at least 4 bedrooms. Um, Honestly, yeah, 2 bathrooms. Because, people, I grew up in a household with like 2 bathrooms. They're like, oh, your turn to take a shower. It's, you need to have 2 bathrooms at least, at least. All right, let's go to the home types. We don't want townhouses. I don't want to be connected to other people. Multifamily, no. If you know what multifamily means, that multiple families live in one household. And so the structure of the building is not a regular building as you know in your own homes, or the homes you've ever been in. We don't want apartments. We don't want manufactured. We just want homes. We're going to press apply. We're going to go to more. Now, there's HOAs, homeowners association. They have fees and stuff. I don't like to have any. Usually in Pittsburgh there aren't any, but maybe over in California somewhere, maybe they have HOAs. That's up to you. If you want an HOA, that's up to you. If you don't want an HOA, that's up to you. You could put this filter on. But I know in PA, I look for it anyways. There ain't nothing's coming. So as you see, by owner and other means that the homeowner is selling directly to you. So it means like, knock on their front door, say, hey, I want to buy this house. And the homeowner talks to you, says, okay, it's this price. And you go about. The agent is a middleman. They talk to the homeowner talks to you. The reason why there's real estate agents to begin with in life is because people, it's good to have a middleman to settle down emotions when it comes to negotiating money, when it comes to negotiating anything. You need to have a middleman to basically structure everything. Like, I want this price. I commit to this agreement. I commit to this, and your real estate agent should guide you throughout this whole process of buying a house, and to begin with, which is amazing for the buyer. Now the seller, she also communicates what you want and what you want to do, or what your prices are, and all that good stuff. So that's why we have real estate agents to begin with. They're experts at selling houses and going through the process of the transaction. That's why it's amazing. Now, if you go by owner, you have to learn all this stuff by hand, which is crazy. There's so much to deal with, so it's good to have a real estate agent that knows what they're doing, and make sure to pick a real estate agent that's very nice to you, that's very down to earth to you. Always pick a good real estate agent. So we're going with the agent, obviously. New construction foreclosures. Yeah, foreclosures. Fuck it. Why not? Right? We don't want auction. Auction's usually bad. You can go auction if you want to. But the reason why I put foreclosures on here. Now here's the thing about foreclosures. Foreclosures mean that someone didn't pay their property tax. Uncle Sam out there? Uncle Sam said, "Hey, you need to pay your property tax, or we're taking your property." And guess what? The people didn't pay their property tax, so Uncle Sam took their fucking house. And basically, they went to a sheriff's sale, and then the bank bought it. So the bank probably owns the house, and it's a foreclosure. So what does that mean exactly for you? What is the risk of a foreclosure? Basically, the risk of a foreclosure means that on the disclosure, the house disclosure, house disclosure is basically saying, hey, this is what we know about the house. When was the roof installed? Is there a new water heater? Is there anything? Is there something wrong with the pipes? Are the pipes made of asbestos or some shit? Anything like that. The foreclosure usually means that they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about the house, and you gotta be really, really diligent on your home inspector. You gotta pick a really good home inspector and look around and know what you're doing. That comes with experience, obviously, but I'm here to tell you some things when we get into the photos. I know this is gonna be a very long video, and I hope you come, any questions you guys have down below, put in the comments. I'll try to answer the best I can. Okay. Accepting backup offers. Accepting backup offers means that it's under contract, and you could be like, oh, I still want to buy this house in case the one contract. Who cares? No one cares. Parking spots. Now, if you want a garage, you click this. Now, me, I didn't care if I had a garage. Honestly, I just wanted somewhere to park. I didn't want to park on the street. That's just me, though. That's just me. Some people, I've been parking on the street the past 5 years, but I hate it, though. I just don't like it. I'd like to have my own house with my own parking, That's how I like to have it. So I just put that on any. Square footage. You don't want a very small house. My house I grew up in was 1,600 feet. So we're going to probably go 1,000 to 2,000 at least. Year built. This is very important. Year built. Holy shit, this is important. Okay. If you get a house from the 1900s, there's going to be a lot in that house that is so fucked up. Usually people flip these houses and then try to sell it off to you. The floor will be sinking in the middle, or it'll be leaning on one side, or it's mostly the basement. The basement is the horror show in very old buildings. So what I said to myself after visiting about 10 of them, you could find a good one. You could find a nice one in 1930. But it's very rare, because usually people, they buy these properties cheap, they flip them, and then they try to be cheap as possible and then try to sell it off to you. That's how they make their money. But when it comes to very old houses, there's a fuck ton of problems, which we'll get to. So let's just not leave it blank. I'm going to show you examples when I see them. Has a basement. If this is a good thing for you. I wanted a basement. That's just me. Finished means that everything is covered. It looks nice. It looks pretty. It looks amazing. Everything is down there, clean. It's nice. It's finished. Unfinished means that they never put in. Basically, they never. How am I trying to say it? I don't know the exact material, but basically, you will see the difference between an unfinished. Unfinished basement looks like absolute shit. In a finished basement, it looks like they set it up. They built more rooms in it. All that good stuff. So we'll go into that. but it's okay if it's unfinished as long as it's good down there. I don't care. For me personally, I didn't give a fuck if it looked bad down there. As long as it's clean, it doesn't have asbestos or mold in there, everything works. And then we can, cosmetic adjustments are cheap. We can fix that real easy. But okay. Must have AC. Now, I wanted air conditioning. There's a bunch of houses are on here for cheap because they don't have AC. All they have is window units. See this window unit right here? The reason why this is 145,000 is because it has window units. So that's one factor out of many for this house right here. Because like, who do you want a house where it's summer, August, you're hot as shit, and the whole house, a part of it's hot, one room is cold because you have an air conditioner. Like, do you want to deal with that or just get an AC? But you have to pay money, all that good stuff. But that's up to you. I wanted the AC. This is my forever home. I wanted the fucking AC. Days on Zillow, we'll get to that. But if you want to, you could put it on there. Like if it came out yesterday, 1 day ago, or whatever. So we're gonna press apply. All right. So what do we got here? Ooh, let's see. We got a lot of things going on here. So, let's pretend we work in downtown Pittsburgh. You know, I'm just putting this as an example. If you work downtown somewhere, obviously in city is going to be expensive. Obviously, you get a house anywhere near here, it's expensive as hell. Guess why? Because people work there. This is the most populated areas, which means the most populated demand to be in those areas, which means higher ridiculous prices. That's why everywhere out here has prices for what we're looking for, at least. All right, let's just go look around. Let's see, what's this 285 one? Let's see if it's worth it. Okay, so let's look at this 285 one. I think I've looked at this house before. Honestly, I didn't like it. There's a reason why I didn't like it. Okay, so it has good square footage, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Okay, awesome. Okay, built in 1936 is a big one. Has a lot of square. Looks like there's parking right here, so we can park. You know, you can park your car or whatever. That's nice. That's nice. We're not parking on the street. That's amazing. I hate parking on the street. That's just me though. Let's go down. Now this description tells you a good bit. But so, like I said, you talk to the real estate agent, which should be listed right here. You talk to this real estate agent, and she's supposed to give you the seller's disclosure, which means that she tells you, it's like a 10-page worksheet saying, hey, the roof was done at this time, or we don't know the roof, we don't know what the pipes are made out of, we do know, or it comes with a refrigerator, or all this stuff. We'll get into that. I have examples too. So, but let's go back up here. Okay, this is the things you got to notice here. All right, let's just read the description. Always read this. Please, I used to skip this. It was stupid to me because they say a lot of things like there's a new this, there's a new that, or there's a problem. Welcome home to blah, 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 the stunning, okay, yeah, yada, yada, yada. Upgrade feature includes a brand new kitchen. I'm guessing this is a flip. Because they probably just revamped it through the entire house. Both bedrooms have been remodeled to a clean, fresh look. Second floor has large bathroom, one bathroom, and other for convenience. It's usually at the bottom right here that sets the really good parts, if there is any. The long drive on the side of the house, plenty of park, yes. Enjoy the nice center close to town, just 5 minutes away from North Shore. You can find lots there too. Okay, good. Whatever. No good. Okay, so it's been 36 days, which is average. It's been a month or something. That's fine. This is the listing agent, so you would call this person, talk to them, say, hey, can I have the disclosure for this property? Let's keep looking down. This is very important. Interior, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, nice. Main kitchen, 15 by 10. There's a basement and interior entry full. Okay, awesome. So I guess they're saying there's it might be a finished basement. I don't know. This doesn't really say if it's finished or not. We'll see. Because you gotta go. If you look by pictures, you could tell if it's finished. Like natural gas, forced air, awesome. It has AC, what we wanted. Appliances, dishwasher, gas range, microwave, refrigerator. You know, obvious appliances, but make sure they have it. There's some people that don't have it, which is fucking crazy. I swear. Another living room, dining room, nice. Yep, you could park on the side. Yep, 5,201 square foot. We'll look at the backyard and see what that's about. Construction materials made out of brick. Insulation, yes. There's the roof is asphalt. Okay. New construction, no. You're 1936. That's really, really old. Okay? Really, really old. And buyer agency fee is 3%. So basically, the real estate agent charges 3% of the price you sell this for. But let's look at the price history. What happened here? Someone owned it throughout the years, and then someone listed for $300K. It was sold. What was it sold for? Okay. You can tell it's a flip. If they sold it for $159 in 2020, this just happened in October. They flipped it. They did renovations and marked up the price to $300K. No one was buying it, and then they're now selling it for this price. So, but let's look at the pictures, right? It might be a great property, you know. Just because it's flipped doesn't mean it's terrible. But most of the, like 99% of the times, it's terrible because they're usually cheap. It depends who's renovating it. So you gotta think about how the seller is. They buy it for cheap. They're like, I want to make as much money on this as possible. They get the cheapest contractors to do the cheapest work, to do the cheapest shit. It's what we call in the industry a pig with lipstick. Lipstick on a pig. That's what it's called. They try to make it look pretty, but in all actual reality, it's a piece of shit that's gonna have problems later on. But let's find out. Let's look at the pictures. Now, folks, these are just step one. Okay, me personally, I wouldn't have took this house. It's not built in 1930s. I would have probably visited it just to do it, just to get a little experience. Because there's nothing wrong with visiting properties. It's free. Free. No one charges you. You just drive there and see, like, hey, let me look at the property for 30 minutes, and you go on your way and see what you want to see. But let's look at the photos. All right. I mean, out of brick. Okay, nice. I like brick. That's just me. Let's see. They had so back in the 1930s, people didn't have really furnaces. They had fireplaces. So you could tell this was a fireplace. This was a fireplace. This is probably still a fireplace. This used to be a fireplace, and then they patched it up because in modern times we now have heaters. So let's keep going. I could tell from right here, maybe by this picture, that might be wrong, that maybe this is slanting right here. Since this is a very old house, it's probably been subsiding for quite a while. And what I mean by that is that when they made them back then, over time, if you don't take care of your property, the land will subside or something will uproot the land. And eventually your property is going to sink. Sometimes it sinks in the bottom, or maybe on the sides it sinks because the foundation's cracked or it's screwed up or something like that. This kind of looks like it's slanting. So if you walked on this property, you can see that it goes downhill somewhat, like it slants this way. And you're like, what the fuck? I've had that so many times. It's not good. But I don't know. I haven't been there. Let's keep going. All right, so let's keep going. Well, like I said, this used to be fireplaces. So that's why they have. See, they just covered it up, called it a day. No one's using this fireplace anymore. Back in the it's a pig with lipstick. So they renovated it. They got new refrigerator, new oven, new microwave. Cost a couple thousand. Easy money. They bought it for 100. What was it? 130 or something K. They're selling it for 285. They're really trying to get that profit right now, but they made it look good. Okay, it looks good. Kitchen looks great. I love it. Now, anything I can see from a picture. Honestly, the most you'll see is when you get there. You'll see all the problems, and you got to look out for everything. That's kind of like a separate video. What you want on a home inspection. But this is looking for the best properties. This is stage one. I want you guys to find properties that you want to see. Like, you're like, I could live in that house if it's great. But once you get there, you investigate, you do all your due diligence, you have a home inspection, all that. He will teach you literally everything you're supposed to be looking for. You can ask him anything. If you get a good one, always go with the home inspector that has a fuck ton of reviews. He's usually like the owner of the company. He has a website. He is he's like what is it called, certified at the the home inspector association or whatever it's called. Make sure he's certified. Make sure he has construction experience. Make sure he has construction experience. If they don't have construction experience, then he doesn't know jack about anything. But make sure. Okay, by this I can tell. Okay, they just painted it nice. Yeah. Brand new paint. I bet this house looked like a piece of shit before he bought it. I bet you anything. It looked like a piece of crap. But it looks good. See, look, they had that back in the day. They had some weird structures, and, that's how they do it now. So they have to go over it and keep some things there. See, they renovated the bathroom. Brand new bathroom. Very nice. Hopefully it works. Hopefully things are bolted in place and everything like that. Okay, good. Let's see that's where the fireplace is. Like I said, in 1930s they had fireplaces. They had two separate fireplaces, and I'm guessing they just covered this up the best they could, and they don't use it anymore. And so it gets going up to the second level because that's how people used to live. Okay, another room, kind of small. That's fine. Let's go upstairs. Okay, upstairs looks okay. Looks all right. I could tell this property, I feel like it's slanting this way. It's so hard to look on pictures. It really is, and I'm just guessing right now, but I've been in these type of houses. Okay, here's the downstairs. Here's where the problems lie. Okay. That heater looks that furnace looks hella old. I'm not gonna lie, it looks at least 20 years old. By the sticker, everything, I could be wrong, but it looks like 20 years old. So usually heaters, aka furnaces, they last between, they usually average around 20, 25 years or so, and then you have to replace it, and replacing it is a lot of money. So you got to make sure when we get to the seller's disclosure, which we'll look one up, for instance, but when you get the disclosures, you want to see, when was that furnace placed? Is it brand new? Is it 20 years old? Am I going to have to replace it in the next 5 years? Is that going to cost me 10 grand? Because it probably will if you need to replace it. But looking at this right now, it looks kind of old. I'm not going to lie. It looks like kind of like the 2000s type of furnaces. Okay, nice deck. Okay, for what it is. I don't know if it's leveled. I don't know if it's good, or the things on the bottom are rusted or not. We'll see. But this is a okay property. This is something you would like to see if you like it, though. If you like it. This is depending on you. Me personally, all I wanted in a house was 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, square footage. I wanted somewhere to park, not on the street. I wanted to have somewhat of a backyard. They have a deck, if we looked over here. Nice kitchen. I like a nice kitchen. I want AC. I want basically, yeah, that looks a nice deck in the back, yeah. It looks like the deck is just it, and then you have that backyard, whatever. I guess the property line's probably back here somewhere like that, but that's because it has a lot of land that we saw. It has 5,000 square footage or something like that. Okay, this is something I would go see, but here's the problem here. I bet you anything. Well, I wouldn't bet you anything, but I would bet you come to this property, and I bet you there's something wrong, or things are old, or the floor is slanted, the property's subsiding, there's cracks in the foundation. I bet you anything. There's something wrong with this property. I've been to so many of these fucking houses. All they do, they buy it, they flip it, they get a home inspector, they hope the home inspector passes, and then they try to sell it. So this has been on the market 36 days. So that tells you a lot, that in 36 days, no one wanted this. And we can actually see on Zillow if someone had this under contract at one point, got a home inspection, didn't like it, didn't do the deal. And I'm assuming, so far, nothing. There's nothing on here. Look, no one bought this in 36 days. What does that tell you? No one bought this in 36 days. I think no one bought this in 36 days is because it's way too overpriced. Way too overpriced. $285 is way too much for a property like this. Way too much. In Pittsburgh, like, I don't even know this neighborhood either. Maybe the neighborhood's bad. Maybe the school is shit. Maybe no one wants to go to Pittsburgh city school. I don't know. I don't know the school or anything, but this is a very old property. They renovated the kitchen, the bathrooms, whatever. But I bet you anything, there's a lot of things down there that are old, that are not good. Maybe there's asbestos, mold, there's water leaks down there. Who knows? This is a very old house, very old piping. It depends what they did, right? If I had the seller disclosure right now, I could tell you what they did or not. But based on what I'm seeing, I would never visit this house. This is not worth $285,000. How do you know if something's worth $285,000? You just look at your options. You look at what it's worth around the. So like I said, this is just one house out of many. So this is one's $235,000, right? So this is kind of like the same house, more square footage. There's probably problems with it, but like it's $285,000 because this guy's trying to flip it. If you understand that, you'd be like, that's not worth $285,000. What the hell? All right, but let's go even further. 300K. Ooh, what's this property? Okay, it's a little bit smaller, but that's fine. I ain't too picky. I like this. Oh, it looks nice. Oh, what's up with this property? $299,500. Whoa, woo, that's a lot of money for a 1940 house. Whoa, who's smoking crack? How long has this been on the market? 2 days. They just posted it. It's crazy. Let me look at that. Let's see. Okay, $299,500 for 3 bedrooms. Built in 1940. That's a good year. 1940s, 1950s, 1960s are good years, because 1910, 1920, 1930 were kind of like they used different things to set up the foundation. They didn't, back then they didn't think about electricity that often. How to put routes and everything. AC didn't come until later after 1946, obviously, but it was more technologically advanced than 1910s, as you can see. And there's a lot of things you won't have to deal with. And the age of a property matters so much. But 1946, 1950, 1960s is like fine. All right, Space Brick. Nestled with the blah 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 blah, located blah blah blah. I'm looking for good information, not this crap. Granite countertop. They redid the kitchen. Whoop-de-doo. Covered porch. The roof, furnace, main bathroom recently updated. Hardwood floor throughout. Large bright windows. Large attic for storage. Clean, refresher, painted basement. Garage space for a game room. Okay. Not bad. Okay, 6,000 square foot lot. It probably has a backyard, but it looks good on paper so far. But let's look down below. This is the agent. You call it for the seller disclosure. It looks like they're having an open house on Saturday, so people get to see it real quick. It's a brand new opening, I guess, for this house. Okay. Bedrooms, 3 bathroom, nice. Basement walkout access, partial bathroom downstairs, unfinished. I thought it was finished. I guess not. See, like people like to use some choice words. See, I don't think they say finished. Freshly painted basement. They painted it. They didn't finish it. Okay, big difference. We'll see. Gas range stove. Okay, if you like, flame instead of electricity on your stove, cool. Washer and dryer. Comes with washer and dryer. That's cool. Okay, built in 1946. Brick. I like brick. Brick's cool. 2.5 bars. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what the property's like. Okay, here's the Zillow history. It looks like they didn't want it. Wow, they've had this house for a long time then. Wow, that's cool. Let me see. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? Whoa. Oh, this was a rental property. I see. Okay, so someone bought it back in 2011. Great year when MW3 came out. Very good year. It was listed for rent. So basically, they lived in it for a good 10 years. They're like, we wanna move somewhere else. We wanna, go in a better house or whatever. And they're like, well, at least let's keep the property and list it for rent. And then it looks like they rented it out, and then they're like, nah, we don't want to rent it anymore. Fuck that. Tenants are crazy. And then I guess they thought about it, renovated it some more, and then want to sell it in 2023 for $320. It got removed in October which means it went under contract, but someone didn't like it or they didn't go throughout that deal. So what happens if you want to buy a house? When you buy a house, you give them an offer for the price of the house. So someone put 320, they wanted 320 for the house. They put an offer and they said, "Hey, we want to offer for the house." They signed, the seller signs it, you sign it, your realtor, they have that now, and now you have 10 days to get a home inspection. And I bet they got a home inspection, or there's some sort of dealings that they didn't like and they didn't want it anymore. So they removed it, they put it under contract, they didn't want it, they listed it back for sale in 2/28/24. Okay, and they lowered it. It looks like they lowered it. They probably did a home inspection. They found out there's a fuck ton of problems. They're like, we're not paying $320 for this, and so they reduced it down to $299,500. Someone's trying to get some money off of this. I wonder what the problems are with this property. But let's look at the photos. Let's look at the photos. Built 1946, not bad. Honestly, this is kind of high. It's only 1,400, but let's see the photos. Okay, you never know. So let's see. What the hell? Just looked weird. Okay, so they have some. Yeah, they put some decorations design, obviously. Oh, that's great pictures. Okay. See, like I said, back in the 40s, they used to have fireplaces because that's all they had. We didn't have furnaces back then, so they have this. They have to have this is here because the reason why they can't remove this unless they spend a fuck ton of money is that the fireplace, it goes all the way up through your house to a chimney on the top of your roof. Obviously, to expel the gases on the top of your roof. To get rid of all that is a lot of money, so they just keep it there. They paint it over, pretend it isn't there. Well, that's up to people that if they care or not. But let's find out. What else is wrong with this? If there's okay, so it's a pig with lipstick. They redid the kitchen as usual. We gotta look at the basement. The basement is the big boy. Weird place to put an oven, but okay. Just regular photos of what you want your bedrooms to look like. That's just a bunch of 3D modeling they put in just to fake it. What it's like with stuff and what it's like with not. And like I said, you have to be at the actual property to know what's wrong with it. Is the door not closing right? Is the toilet shaking? Can you shake it off? Is it not hooked up right? Does the water run? Does it not run? Is it leaking somewhere? Is there mold under the cabinets? These are all things you will discover when you get there. And I hope you do your due diligence. Look over everything before you spend $500 on a home inspector so you can be like, yup, this is a piece of shit. But if you go through, which it comes with experience, obviously. I didn't know that before. I didn't know all this before. I'm just telling you now, please check everything. If something looks abnormal in the house, there is a good reason why it is. And it should caution you about the rest of the house. If you see one thing wrong with the house, it should probably caution you that there's probably something else wrong with the house. So let's keep going. Okay. I would like the floor plan of this, but it looks cool. I mean, I don't mind. I'm a man. I'm just like that. Okay. What's going on here? It looks like... What is this? Is this... Wow, what is going on with the bathroom? They did not remodel the bathroom. They just said, fuck it, keep the bathroom the way it is, put a new mirror. Okay, interesting. This kind of looks scuffed right here. Yeah, this house is not worth $320. These are cosmetic, though. That's facts. Okay. Yeah, I can see they can't label this finished because it's not finished. You could tell it's not finished. It looks okay. It looks okay. Make sure, like, when you go downstairs, basement stairs, a lot of them are very wobbly or they're coming apart or anything. Please note that. But this is the base of the fireplace, by the way. That's why it's right here. It's right here and it goes up. This fireplace, it goes up. This is the base of it. They make it out of brick back in the 40s. This is your furnace right here, and it's probably very old. It looks old. This looks like a little space for anyone who wants to have tools or whatever. There's your water meter with some your water lines, I'm assuming. There's your garage. If you want a garage, yeah, garage is cool. Garage is cool. Looks good. Hopefully everything works there. I don't know if they do or they don't. But yeah, that's cool. Where is there any more pictures of the basement? Is that it? One more. See, that they didn't take much photos of the basement. I would like more photos of the basement because there's more than that in that basement. Yeah, all this is cracking. This is usual stuff. Please, this is uplifting for some reason, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay for now. It's okay for now. It's okay. It's normal. It happens to our streets. It happens to everything. In the wintertime, it freezes, and then water expands and cracks concrete easily. Happens to everything. I guess that's it. They have a front and backyard. I wish they had more photos of the basement. The basement tells it all. The basement is something you cannot cover up at all. You can make a great kitchen. You can have the most beautiful bathrooms, the most beautiful bedrooms with the best of paint, the best of whatever. The basement, the structure, if there's cracks in it, there's problems with it, it's subsiding this way. You have to know the basement will tell it all. The basement will... the home inspector once told me this. He said, if there's foundational issues in the basement, it over exaggerates above. What that means is if it's sinking in the middle, let's say it's sinking in the middle of the foundation because it wasn't put right or is just that old, it will exaggerate upstairs, the first floor and the second floor. It will exaggerate. It will be even worse upstairs. So make sure don't ever buy a house. If like you're walking straight and it's like leaning for something like downhill to the left or something or to the right, there's foundational problems and it's not good. Don't ever do it. That's the problem with these old houses. But this is built in 1946. I don't know how much he renovated. I don't know if there's problems or not. All I know is that it was probably under contract at one point and someone didn't want what they were selling. And $299,500 is a little bit too much for a 1946 house with its amenities. They did upgrade it with everything, but as you know, it's still a very old house. But it's okay. If the renovations are completely good, they got brand new water heater, furnace, air conditioning, the roof is good, it was installed last 10 years, 5 years, whatever, maybe this is good enough for the price. We don't know without the seller disclosure. Like I said, the seller disclosure is going to tell you everything. It's going to tell you how old that roof is. It's going to tell you if they even know how old that roof is. It's going to tell you when the water cooler was there. It's going to tell you when the furnace was there. It's going to tell you everything. And they have to give it to you. So this is an okay property. It's only 2 days old. Who knows what's happened? Maybe it'll sell the next day. Maybe it won't. It's up to you. What you want. That's a good house to look at. Let's see. What else is a good house? Whoa, what the hell? $489 for what? What? Well, what did they sell them $489 for? That's crazy. That's crazy. See, this is insanity. When you have that house we just looked at compared to this house looks like a piece of shit compared to that house, but we could take a gander. Whoa, calm down there with the graphics, bruh. Is way too much. No, I don't care what you do to it, bruh. This ain't worth no 400,000. Get out of here. I'm good. Like I said, it depends. If you work downtown, you want a house right down here, whatever this is, and you want to, drive all the way, take you 20-30 minutes to get to downtown Pittsburgh, that's up to you. Or some people in my hometown in Youngstown, Ohio, so my dad told me, he's like, oh, people, they buy houses cheap here, they drive an hour to Pittsburgh to go to work. They do that too. I don't like driving. I fucking hate driving. Driving is the worst thing in the world. I hate traffic. I hate it. It's just a waste of time. So I want to live somewhere around here, at least 30 minutes away. That's my rule. That's just me though. Let's see. Let's look at. Okay, let's go into example of a seller disclosure. Let me go. All right, folks. Now I'm back. I have brought up a seller disclosure at a property I had a home inspection with. And thank God I did, because this was one of the most piece of shit properties I was ever interested in my entire life. And it would be the worst mistake in my life I ever tried to buy this. This was the worst thing ever. And I was kind of like stupid. I was like naive. I didn't know much. I didn't know a lot about buying a house or looking at houses. So, it was on me. But I learned so much from the experience. But here it is, guys. This is a seller disclosure you should get from the realtor on any property you're listed in. These are the facts that the seller is disclosing this information to you, saying, hey, this is what I know. You can buy it. You cannot want it. You cannot like it. It's up to you. He's giving you disclosure on what you want. So they're obviously they're a real estate company. They bought the property. Approximate age of property 118. If you do the math, I believe it's was built in 1930 or something, or 1902, 1910, something like that. Years seller has owned the property. He owned it less than a year because it was a flip. It was a flip house. That's why. And please read the disclosure. Most of this is just a bunch of jargon, but please read it just in case it says, like, if you buy this house, I get to keep your pet dog or something, just to make sure. Appliance has a warranty at least 1 year covering the construction. The builder has inspected for compliance with that's bullshit. It did not. That was crazy because they did not. All right, but here's the good stuff. Here's the bread and butter. All right, the seller expertise in contracting. No. This is fine. The owner. Yes, there's the owner. Okay, do you, the seller, currently occupied? They do not. And this is unknown, which means they do not know, and it's up to you if this property's owned. They don't know. A lot of this stuff is unknown because it's just like, will a certificate of occupancy be required? See, it's like they don't know. Like, that's some easy stuff. But we'll get to the juicy parts. When was this purchased by the seller? Like I said, was it less than a year ago, 2023? Are you aware of any zoning classification? They don't know. They do not know. Did I miss anything? Nope. Let's keep going. All right, here's a good one. Right here. Here's a fucking amazing one. All right. Roof and attic. The number 4, roof and attic. I don't know if you're in a different state. This might be different for you, but it should say the same things. All right. Roof and attic. Date roof is installed. They don't know. Big fucking problem. Big problem. Okay? Why is that a big problem? Okay. Let's just say your roof is 30 years old. It's so old that water seeps in and puts a hole through your roof of your house. That water seeps in. It starts accumulating. It goes everywhere. It gets mold. That mold spreads to different places, fucks up a lot of things, and you have a hole in your roof. How much is that to repair? And if that spot needs repaired, the whole roof probably needs repaired. It probably needs updated. How much does that cost? Probably good $10,000. Do you have $10,000 to just spend on a fucking roof? I don't. I don't. That's why I have to borrow money from people. I know I don't. But they don't know. They don't know when the roof was installed. And you're going to see a lot of properties like that. They don't know. So that's why you have to have a good home inspector look at the roof. He could either, it depends if he can get on it, but he could tell by looking at that roof how old that roof, when you're going to need to replace it. And he could give a good estimate if he has a lot of experience. Like I said, get a good home inspector. That's on you guys. Get a good home inspector with a bunch of reviews on Google, has construction experience, is a good guy. He's not part of a company or some shit like that. He's not part of a big whole, company that's just what you're a number to them. Make sure someone who gives a fuck about you, cares that you're getting the house. It's very hard to do that, but there's a bunch of them out there. Has the roof been replaced, repaired, or overlaid? See, they don't know. They don't know. You don't know. See, that's the crazy part. I didn't know this stuff. I was stupid back then. I know it now. This is a big red flag. Whoa. Okay. And I bet you anything they don't know anything. It's because they never, one, they never repaired anything on the roof, and two, it's probably a foreclosure that they bought, and so they don't know anything. So, but that means you don't know anything. And if you don't know anything, a lot of stuff can happen, like I said before. But let's keep going. Sub pumps, basement, garages, and crawl spaces. They don't know anything. If there's a sump pump is that thing where it drains, basically water flows to basically a hole in the ground in your basement, if you have one or not, and it basically pumps the water out, so you don't have residue water. Or if your basement floods for some reason, at least the water will drain somewhere. That's a sub pump. So they don't know. You'll find out when you get there. You'll find it's like a hose to a hole down there, and you could tell that water drains down there. Make sure it drains down there. But that's fine. If they don't know, it's whatever. You'll find out. Termites would destroy insects. See, there's usually an option to get a termite test from the home inspector, so they don't know. Whatever. Structural items. Are you aware of any past or present water leakage? See, they don't know. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. This is all in the air. They don't know anything. If they said yes and explained like where it happened and what they had to do, okay, cool. But they don't know anything. Look at these. They don't know anything. When there's been fire damage, they don't know anything. It's probably a foreclosure they bought, and they're trying to flip it, which they did. I know they were. I almost bought this house. It was crazy. We did the home inspection. I was so disgusted from what I was taught and what I saw. Public water. Yeah, of course, public. Well, there's no well in the Pittsburgh, PA, no. They'll probably have a water softener filter. They don't know. This is some regular stuff they don't know. They don't know well on the property. They don't, Yeah, I wouldn't know this either. Are you aware of any leaks or passive power related to supply, pumping? Well, they don't know. But this is something like you would notice that there's problems with this when you turn the water on. I assume. Sewer. It's a public sewer. And yeah, they don't. Yeah, they just don't know the NAs. It means they don't have a cesspool and a sand mound. It's just public stuff. Miscellaneous. Is there a sewage pump? Unknown. They don't know. Like I said, we'll go see if there is a sewage pump or not. The plumbing system. They don't know what it's made out of. They don't know if it's made out of copper, lead, fucking PVC. It shouldn't be made out of lead. That got banned a long time ago, but you never know. You never know. Are you aware of any problems with new plumbing fixtures? No. That's why you have a good home inspector. He will tell if it's made out of copper, galvanized PVC, or it's mixed, or he could tell by that. Domestic water. What type of heating? It is natural gas. It's going to be a natural gas heater down there, which it was. There should be some other information. This should tell you. Wait, hold up. Where is it? I'm looking for. Are you aware of any problems? Yes, right here. This is a good one right here. They don't know how old this water heater is, which means your home inspector and you're going to go down to that basement. You're going to look at it. You're going to unscrew the panels, and you're going to see what they have a date when it was made. And guess what? I went down there. This water heater is 20 years old. It's going to need replaced. It costs $5,000, $3,000 to replace it. Do I have that type of money? No. Type of air conditioning. Yes, it has central electric air conditioning. Age of a central air conditioning. All right, it's brand new. They had to replace it. I actually went out there. It is brand new. I think it was like a year old or something. But yeah, air conditioning should last you a good 10, 20 years. So it's normal. They last service 09. So they service this. Is brand new air conditioner. We don't know the roof. We don't know the water heater until you get there. But it's old as shit. Types of heating fuels, check all that apply. It is natural gas because it's the heating. Yep. It's going to be foresight. So they're using foresight. Basically, your water heater, it's boiling water in that hot air. They circulate throughout the entire house to heat you. That's how it is. It's not electric. It's natural gas. So they're using gas. So you're going to have a gas bill, which is fine. Okay. Do they know the age of the water heater? I think we went over that. I believe they don't know anything. Here it is. Age of heating system. They don't know. That's crazy. They don't know. They do not know. So you have to find that out yourself if you want to. So far, this disclosure is crazy. So far, it's crazy. How many amps? 100. That's normal. Fuses, how many chimneys? It's all unknown. It's all unknown. That's how you know there's a foreclosure. They bought it, they flipped it, and they say, "Hey, can you buy it? Come on, come on." Like, no. This was a piece of shit house when I went to it. It had asbestos. Everything was old as hell. The property was subsiding on the right side of it. So when you walk in the kitchen, it slants down slope. Nothing should in your house. Everything should be flat and not slanting and not anything. This house was a piece of shit, and I didn't know it until I got that home inspection. I was very stupid at the time. Here's a good thing for your Here's a good thing to list. So they tell you what's included: refrigerator, oven. They're not giving you a microwave. They're giving you a dishwasher. They're not giving you a freezer. You know, who's giving you a freezer? They usually have washer and dryer here. I guess they're not giving it to you. That's cool. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, they are giving you a washer and dryer. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It says yes, washer and dryer. Cool. Intercom, no. Ceiling fans. Yes, there's ceiling fans in the bedrooms. Yeah. Okay. Attic fan. No. Deck. Yes, there was a deck in the back, and it was a piece of shit. Yep. It was subsiding and very dangerous. Like I wouldn't. The home inspector's like, I wouldn't even go on this. This is not safe for anyone. I wouldn't put your kids on this. I wouldn't have a party on this deck. This deck will fall off. It will probably result in someone's injury. And I'm like, you're right. And these are all good, as in Shanty Common, driveway bridges, or maintenance agreement. And no one knows this. Existing survey on the property, no. Let's keep going. So blah 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 blah. No one knows that. No. Are you aware of any underground tanks? Okay, that's a good question. See, no one knows. Usually, most property owners, they do not know if there's any underground tanks, because back then, they used. So back then in like the 1910s, 20s, 30s, they used to have these underground oil tanks. So see, back then they had oil tanks, and that was the only way to get heat at the time. So back then they used to have an underground oil tank around their property, and they used it for heating. So they'll have a pipe from the oil tank to underground to your house. Now these days we don't do that. We have a furnace. We have an inside furnace in the basement because it's more dangerous to have an oil tank out there. We don't use oil for that anymore. But it is dangerous to have an oil tank out there to begin with, and you can usually tell, but they don't know. Which is alright. Aware of any radon? They don't know. They don't know. Radon's very dangerous. Please get a test for it. Do you have any defects? See, they don't know. They don't know. You know why they don't know? Either they don't know because it was a foreclosure, they bought it, and when you buy a foreclosure, they know nothing about the house. There's nothing about the house they know, other than what they did. So like I said, they put in a new AC, and everything else is unknown. So you got to go yourself to this property and check it out. And this piece of shit property, I almost bought it, and it was a piece of crap. It was a piece of crap. No one should ever buy this type of property. It was the most dangerous property I've ever been on in my life. But that's how you read seller disclosure. So just to give the main points here, you're looking for the ages of everything and looking for problems. Okay, usually on a seller disclosure, if there was mold or water damage or there's some sort of problems they fixed, they will write it in these lines right here. They'll say, hey, if there was termites and they said yes, they'll say termites were here in 2019, remediated, and got rid of termites. Like, they would say that. Make sure you're looking for that stuff and everything like that. And yeah, and make sure to read the seller disclosure. Also, I'm not God here, but I know someone who's an expert at this stuff is the real estate agent. If you have any questions at all, you go to the real estate agent, you say, hey, I want to go over this paper with you. I don't understand this, and they'll happily explain what that is. But I also want to make sure real estate agents are not your friends. They are not your friends. They're here to make a deal to sell the property, so you buy the property and sell the property. They're here for the deal. They're here for both of you. They're here for the seller and the buyer. Make sure they're not your friend. I'll tell you that much. They're there for the deal. They know a little bit about like construction, like the conditions of a house, but they know everything about the mortgage, what you're gonna do, mortgage, disclosures, appraisals. They know everything about the process. But don't trust them when they say, hey, this is a good property. Oh, this looks good. This bedroom looks good. Oh, man, this property looks... I'm wondering why this property was here for 180 days. Man, it's so beautiful property. They're not your friends. They're trying to sell you it. At the end of the day, they're trying to sell you it. Just remember, they're not your friends. The home inspector should be your friend. The home inspector, he's on your line. You paid him $400, say, hey, I want you to look at this property, tell me what's wrong with it. He's going to tell you all what's wrong with it. And everything like that. So, and yeah, that's basically it. If you enjoyed this content or want me to look at your type of area on what you want, and maybe give me a list in the comments, say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Can you look in this area? Fuck it, I'll do it for you. It would be fun. It would be fun content. But I know this is a very long video, and I hope I showed everyone how to look for houses and everything in your price range. So the price and the conditions, like I said, write a list of what you want. Do you want a basement? Do you want a backyard? Do you want parking? Do you not want parking? What can you live with? What can you afford? How much do you make a month? Can you afford a house? Maybe we'll go over mortgages, because that's a great topic. I can go over mortgages. That's a great topic. I can explain everything, what the bullshit they've been trying to do with me on mortgages. But you know, that's for another video. I just wanted the looking for house processes video. This is a great video. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more content or want to know anything, any comments, any questions, let me know. Peace.